Okay, so I mean, the title and the thumbnail say it all. Hiding $10 trillion, specifically in real estate purchasing, has to be an astronomical feat. So we're going to take a look at real estate mindset. Travis over there has always produced great content, and so we're going to react to it. Here we go.
$10 trillion worth of real estate has been purchased in secret from offshore trust funds that are able to conceal the identity of the purchasers and also allows the purchasers to avoid many tax liabilities. Now, some of these investors in these...
A lot of times you hear about investments being pushed, quote unquote, offshore because of tax shields, which is one reason why a lot of the major tech companies have their headquarters outside the United States, because other countries have more advantageous tax structures.
Trust funds are drug dealers and money launderers who have found loopholes in the laws and have decided to put their money, their drug money, in the U.S. housing market. But not just in the U.S., guys, also in the European housing market. Now, obviously, what that does in turn is, yet again, it messes up the entire housing market for all of the local natives of those metro areas and the first-time home buyers. This is getting completely out of hand. Now we even have out-of-country criminals coming in and purchasing homes. So to put this in perspective about how much of a circus show this really is, if we just had only 1 million of additional active listings, we would essentially be in a hyper supply crisis. We need just 1 million more. So here's the thing, you guys, right now we have over 15 million homes, 15 million that are sitting vacant. How does that make sense?
To put that into perspective, if there are over 15 million homes sitting vacant in the United States, why are interest rates going up, making it harder for people to purchase homes? It's the law of supply and demand. The inverse should be happening. If there's an oversupply of available homes, the availability and feasibility for people to purchase should be going up as well, meaning the interest rates should be going down.
It's been going on for a long time. You guys may want to sit down for this. Here's the name of the article. It will be referenced in my description. This article is actually old. This is pointing out things that have been happening.
And I'll link his link to this article too in the description below.
For a while. Now, this is from the ICIJ. It's essentially an investigating journalism community. So this is really interesting. Secret real estate purchases are driving force behind the offshore economy. No longer content with Miami condos and London townhouses, investors are pouring money into properties in all corners of the world.
The London real estate market, the available land is so small that they begin building second and third stories underground, which has led to a lot of physical housing collapses, because the ground just can't support the chasm that has been built underneath it with the original house on top. Something interesting about the London market.
Crisis, Pandora Papers investigation reveals. I will have the Pandora Papers linked in my video if you guys want to explore that more. What do a beadle, an autocrat's daughter, and a scandal-plagued Catholic order have in common? Each made multi-million-dollar investments in real estate through offshore companies or trusts that are disguised the property's ownership. So again, you got
a beetle like a musician, not the bug.
Offshore trust funds, okay? For Beatles drummer Ringo Starr, the property in question was a Los Angeles mansion. Arzo, daughter of Azerbaijan president, I don't know how to pronounce that name, purchased
Azerbaijan,
a London office building. The Legion of Christ, a wealthy religious order disgraced by sexual abuse scandals, poured millions of dollars into rental properties across the United States. I don't even want to go there, but when I see religions profit, like go after like profit at, y'all, I'm just going to keep my opinions at it.
The truth about that part is that a lot of religious institutions have always purchased real estate. A lot of pastors and heads of churches live in properties owned by those churches.
But can you guys believe what we're reading so far? Let me go on. Star, Oliveira, and the Legion are among hundreds of real estate owners or investors whose identity
He said aloe vera.
is revealed in the Pandora Papers, a massive coach of records that gave rise to a global investigation led by the International Consortium of Investigative Journalists. I find this shocking.
I'm not shocked at all. It's the nature of our country's capitalistic, basis. You know what I mean? Not shocked at all.
To ICIJ, the Legion acknowledged that it had set up one offshore trust identified in the leaked files, but said it had no knowledge of the two others. The leaked records exposed billions of dollars of spending by the rich and famous, celebrities and politicians, religious people, and other members in the uber rich. And they're buying not only luxury real estate, but also properties not typically associated with offshore purchases.
So I know the nature of this video is controversial at its core, but what does it tell the everyday consumer? That the safest place to put your capital is in real estate. To me, that's what it says. Even though, like, the nature of this kind of highlights the nefarious doings that people, I guess, use to invest in real estate in the United States, what does it tell the everyday consumer? It's that the best avenue to invest your money for tax benefits, for long-term growth, to build legacy and wealth is through real estate. To me, that's what this says.
Dairy farms, a shopping mall, rental homes in America. It's funny that they're considering dairy farms and shopping malls as lucrative as homes, as rental homes in America. Disgusting, disgusting. The cat's out the bag and the world wants to invest in our market. Now, homes in American suburbs have all been bought directly or indirectly through offshore companies or trusts, the records show. Hundreds of companies in the Pandora Papers files listed owning real estate as a purpose. ICIJ analysis found politicians who use offshore companies to own properties in more than 10 countries, including the United Kingdom, United States, France, Morocco, Barbados, and Italy. The owners include...
All of those are tourist destinations. Pay attention.
King of Jordan, the Prime Minister of the Ctxlistings Republic and Lebanon, the
Czech Republic,
world, and they have all denied any wrongdoing. If they're denying any wrongdoing, my question is why are they hiding their identity? Because probably they know it's wrong, right? And the politicians, why are our politicians putting money in an offshore fund to invest in American households? Why?
I think that let me make sure I say this the right way. My opinion differs from Travis here a little bit because I've stopped the video, so maybe he covers this as he continues to go. But I don't think they're investing in American households. And I think the reason their identities are shielded, excuse me, is because that's the nature of the entities they're using to purchase. The very same way a lot of figures in the United States don't disclose their tax filings because their tax filings may not be linked to their person. They're linked to the entities in which they do business through.
Why is this allowed to happen? I don't get this. Let's get back into the article. Real estate is a stable investment that often appreciates in value. By purchasing property through a shell company, buyers can secure tax breaks and shield their identities from law enforcement authorities and creditors that may want to go after them. Secrecy also empowers criminals, including money launderers and drug cartels. Their trade in real estate through offshore companies moves millions of dollars while avoiding scrutiny. In the United Kingdom, a director of the National Crime Agency said he believed that dirty money had skewed London's property market.
So just those first two paragraphs made me think of really what we're talking about here. We're talking about people taking advantage of the way the tax laws are written here in the United States to protect themselves from who's to say what, but mainly to shield money and protect it from taxation.
This is insane. So drug dealers are ruining it for London. And wait till you see how much property was purchased in London. The combination of asset security and secrecy has also made offshore holdings a haven for money and other assets from less stable economies. So now we have economies, we have countries, you guys. Countries are investing in our real estate.
I think this is also, keep in mind, I think this is also one of the hesitations for the widespread adoption of cryptocurrency, because it allows countries with less stable economies to empower themselves economically.
Growing body of evidence suggests that offshore purchases at the high end of the real estate market have a ripple effect, pricing out people lower down the property ladder. In the UK alone, the Pandora Papers reveal the beneficiary owners of an estimated $5 billion worth of property, much of it in London, where more than 36,000 properties are owned through offshore companies. If you guys don't fall out of your seat, hearing that, I don't know what else to say. I mean, 36,000 homes bought by drug dealers and disgraced Catholic priests.
Little extreme there. I might have to cut that part.
Are you kidding me right now? How do you stop these people? The leaked records reveal a small fraction of homes, hotels, factories, and other properties owned worldwide through companies and trusts set up in tax havens. One recent study estimated that real estate worth between 5 trillion and 10 trillion, or about as much as the total wealth of Spain, could be owned through offshore vehicles. You guys, $10 trillion? $10 trillion?
Okay, I think we're gonna wrap this one up. Wrap this one up, right? No, we'll go ahead and finish. It's only 2 minutes.
Whether people are hiding from tax authorities or law enforcement, or from the scrutiny of trusting public, these transactions are about obtaining impunity. The article concludes, legislators in the U.S. responding to the Pandora Papers investigation have proposed requiring lawyers and real estate agents to perform more rigorous background checks of their clients and their clients' wealth. Okay, so
let me finish reading this before I comment. So understand what that says. Hold on.
They're going to have a law, because I'm going to tell you right now, ain't no real estate agent going to do that.
No.
These real estate agents want to make money. You think and especially when the market's distressed, they're going to throw due diligence to the side and they're going to try to make their mortgage payment. Okay. More than likely, there are some good people. Let's continue. A division of the Treasury Department that investigates money laundering has said it will require more information about the true owners of homes owned through shell companies. Why don't we just ban shell companies? Let's just ban institutional investing.
Can't do that.
Shell companies. Let's just do that. We would fix our problem overnight, right? In my opinion, we're going to fix our problem overnight. We do that. But to date, authorities have done little to try to prevent.
Can't do that. Cite the conversation that Donald Trump had with Hillary Clinton on that debate stage.
The common and legal use of offshore vehicles to lower tax bills on property purchases. COBAM, a tax justice network, said that the ability of the wealthy and well-connected to avoid taxes by using offshore companies and trusts was a way of locking in inequality. We need to eliminate definitively any kind of tax advantage that can be obtained simply by dressing up a transaction with an offshore company.
100% lip service. 100% lip service. This was a good video. A bit controversial, but I like it. Travis isn't afraid to toe the line. So hey, check out his channel, Real Estate Mindset. I'm gonna keep coming with the reactions to his stuff because I like him and I like his style. Catch you on the next one.
Look.